Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah, the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Gemini, please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation. Leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and/or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and/or crises. That being said, let us begin with your tarot card reading. First things first, Gemini, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Gucci Marmont small shoulder bag, and she will serve as the vision board inspiration for all you Gemini manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out a series I have right here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, let's begin. I am going to choose a deck for your reading. Hmm. 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 All right. We're going to go with the Modern Witch Tarot deck by Lisa Sturl. And Gemini, I am going to shuffle. So if you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I will have the timestamp listed in the description box for you below. All right. Let us begin. Okay. Here we go. Let us begin. All right. Spirit, please and thank you. Gemini messages, please. What messages do we have for the Gemini collective? Please. Thank you, Spirit. Gemini collective, please and thank you, Spirit. What messages do we have for the Gemini collective? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Gemini collective. Thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. Gemini energy, please and thank you, Spirit. Geminis. Messages for the Geminis. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I think we'll just do one more. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let us begin. Ooh, to start, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Nice. Yay. All right. Okay. Might be feeling motherly. She looks kind of sleepy, though. She is falling asleep in this chair. Her eyes are completely closed. So what's that about? Maybe you are very hardworking and you're a little bit tired. You've been working hard. You might be sleepy, Gemini, because you've been putting in so much work and dedication into something. It could be a business endeavor, could be your own family. But I'm saying whatever it is divinely inspired. We've got the little lucky hair there. And it's like you're nurturing this pentacle. But you're doing a damn good job, I believe. Like, you're being dedicated and to the point of maybe some tiredness. But it's a good tired where you're happy to be tired from doing this work. Because, you know, it's something you're dedicated to and that you want to commit yourself to. All right. Well, lovely. We'll take that. Oh, we have the Two of Cups. You may be very good with connecting with people. It may be beneficial for you to connect with people. Perhaps you've been working so hard, you've been neglecting. It doesn't have to be romance, but it could be connection of any kind. So it's like, in order to balance, you know, it's all work and no play, but it's a connection here, though, specifically within another person. All right, so let me see here. We have the Ace of Wands. Some new connection starting, just starting. We have the Moon, maybe secretly starting. There may be fears associated with it. I don't know, Geminis. Let me see here. Yeah, you may be connecting with someone. Take this where it resonates. You may be connecting with someone, or if you're not, You may have fears associated with connecting with someone. Perhaps you've been working so hard, but you feel like I want a relationship, or I want, yeah, I'm seeing wanting a relationship. Um, However, not being sure where to start. Um, and feeling a little fearful, seriously, fearful about it. But let us continue. We have the Nine of Cups. All right, hold on. What are we fearful about? Okay, because I mean, you have a lot of love to give somebody in a relationship. You do. With this Nine of Cups here, Queen of Pentacles, you're a very good catch. Very good. Someone would be blessed, like that lucky hair, to find you. That's what I'm seeing here. You have got a lot of love to give. You're a nurturing, kind, loving, caring person. And maybe that's what's got you a little scared. You're like, will I be able to find someone like me? Like someone who would love like I do. Someone who would put in the commitment to a connection. You may be afraid to only find like F boys and F girls, or people who aren't going to be serious. We have the Fool. Okay, so you may be taking a leap in a connection already, all right? So take it where it resonates. Some of you, this is past, present, or future. But you may be taking a leap in a connection already. It might be very new. And I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit out of your comfort zone. Just a little bit. Let's continue. You may be so used to like domestic life or working to that it's like you being in a romantic connection, you know, with a lot of pleasure and fun and things like that is like, it's almost like you don't know how to do you don't know how to do it. It's like you're used to, I don't know, serious commitment or something like that. This is almost the energy of when you get out of like a long-term relationship or connection, and it's like, oh, the idea of going back out there is a little different because you're not used to, you know, this playful, fun, spontaneous type energy. It's more so like, okay, who can I be in a union with? So I'm not going to say that's bad or wrong. We have a Page of Wands. Okay, but I see y'all still moving forward though. Okay. I see y'all still moving forward. You may be wondering if in a new connection, you're possibly dealing with someone who is only wanting the fun. Maybe because it's so early and you're like, they haven't mentioned commitment or going further. We have a Six of Pentacles. Lots of good energy here. I just see y'all being really skeptical about giving to a connection or receiving from this connection, because I don't know, I just feel like you're very timid about this. Like just unsure. But I'm not seeing that there's necessarily anything bad. I do see you just being worried about this person giving in another connection. I think that's what it is. It's like you like to be in a committed partnership or union, and this is a very early in this new connection, so y'all aren't there yet. You know, y'all are still just maybe dating or talking or whatever. And so you're worried, like, is this person giving to other people? Perhaps, you know, why we're not. And I just think that's a symptom of you just, I don't know, this is probably why you like to be in a stable commitment. Even though people can be in stable commitments, maybe let me just tell you this so that it can just, you know, help you to free your mind a bit. People can be in a stable connection, stable commitment, and still be giving to other people. Having a title does not equal having fidelity or commitment or honesty or faithfulness. So it's like, if that's what you need to feel comfortable in a situation, you may want to, I'm not telling you to give that up, because we all have what we need to be feeling comfortable. However, we do need to open our minds and realize that just because we have that doesn't mean that's not security. Someone telling you that they're in, you know, a connection with you and you're the only one and that kind of a thing, that does not guarantee that that person is not an F boy or F girl are not going to play you. So it's like you have to find some other way to make yourself feel secure when you're in the beginning stages of a relationship. What else do we have here, spirits? Guide us, please. Guide us, please. Oh, oh. I'm not going to take these, but yeah. See, this is exactly what you fear. Look at this. This is all your fears. I'm not taking this, but this is all your fears. That they're going to be sneaking around, doing some underhanded stuff, like as a secret bad person, they're going to be moving on and break your heart. These are your fears. Oh my gosh, Jesus. Look, I'm not even going to put them all in the deck in the same location. This is going to be like a mini shuffle because Lord Jesus. Matter of fact, I'm going to shuffle it a bit more because those are your fears. And that's sad because, you know, I don't know. You may need to work on anxiety. Okay? May want to work on anxiety, because how you really going to go off into a connection like that? But I do see y'all still doing, and that's good, because it looks like you're overcoming your fears in order to still pursue connection in spite of these fears. And you're still a good person, so I'm seeing you working through these fears and still moving forward. Tell me why this thing still came out. You ain't playing. You may have dealt with something like this in the past. Someone, like, you had to learn a lesson about sneaky people. And so now it's just like, ugh, that may have you a little bit jaded about even going into relationships in the first place. Also, though, I'm seeing something here about maybe you keeping your relationship to yourself. What? Why would you feel like you needed to keep your connection to yourself? Maybe you feel like you need to keep the connection to yourself because you don't want to be in a situation where you're like, oh, this is my partner, or this is my mate, or this is who I'm seeing, and then it ends badly, and then you feel all embarrassed and I'm getting something like that. We have a 3 of Pentacles. You may have had some type of a sneaky friend or sneaky coworker or something like that. I mean, this could be a situation where maybe you were seeing maybe you met somebody that you were seeing at work. This is for some of you, it may not have to be for all of you. But like you may have been seeing somebody at work and you let it be known, and then people were plotting on your relationship just to see if they could mess it up, and that happens, especially if you look in work settings, like it's like for some reason, if you meet your partner at work, sometimes the other coworkers will see it as like almost a competition, like, oh, well, now they wanted that person at work, well, why wasn't it me? Well, let me see if I can get them type thing. You may have had to deal with that, and so now you're like, you just want to keep your relationship to yourself. Okay, yeah, please keep your relationship from your coworkers. Your coworkers ain't your friends. They don't gotta be all up in your business. I am seeing that here. Make your coworkers work. If you're somebody who is out here acting like your coworkers are your friends, like, no, we need to change that up. I'm seeing that here. Your colleagues, if you're in college or something like that, your classmates and roommates and everybody in these places, they're not the ones who you go gabbing about your relationship with. Okay? Talk to a therapist, a relationship coach. Talk to a relationship coach. Okay? Your friends, colleagues, any of that is a no-go. Keep them out your business. Because I just see you being like a deer in headlights and them seeing your relationships as playtime. Like, oh, they're dating this person. Okay, this is not going to last, whatever. Let's test it. I just see that kind of energy here. So you are right and correct if you were thinking that you need to keep your relationship to yourself. You do. You're at the nice big old age where it's like, yeah, no wonder it's like hardworking. I'm really getting colleagues and coworkers. These are not your friends. This is the lesson that you need to learn. They're not your friends. Keep them out your relationship. Don't be asking them for advice about your relationship. Go to a relationship coach, or if you have a trusted female energy in your life, like a mother or mother figure, you can ask them for some advice or, things like that, or talk to them about your relationship and the newness of it and all that good stuff. Not your coworkers. Not at all. We have the Hierophant. Yeah. Who is this Hierophant and what are they doing? Well, let me get this last card out before I say anything. Okay. We have the Hanged One. Okay. What I am seeing is, I'm not seeing anything like, if you are starting a new connection, I'm seeing somebody who seems to be an upstanding person. So it's like rushing them into making a commitment is not necessary. Again, because a commitment does not guarantee loyalty. That's not how that works. So that's why we have the Hanged One. You need to see this from a different perspective. Y'all could be exclusively dating, exclusively seeing each other. Okay. You can make that stipulation perhaps, but it's like there doesn't need to be some sort of title necessarily along with it, because that's not going to ensure anything. Y'all need to take y'all time and develop a real connection. Also, along with the seeing of the relationship coach, I am seeing you needing to heal from some past situation. Some past situation, some people were playing in your face and kind of destroyed a connection for you. Like they saw it as sport and playtime. I'm really strongly getting coworkers, really strongly, because I feel like you're the type of person who is a little bit naive when it comes to coworkers. Like you're like, oh, we're a family and these are my friends. And so you're telling them all about, because I am seeing this Queen of Pentacles was the first card. Like you're somebody who's dedicated and loyal to your job. And I feel like you see that as like your family, but it's a time where we have to change the way we perceive them. You need to perceive them as business. It's a business collaboration. That is all. It's like protect your most precious things from those people. That's what I'm seeing here is the lesson for you. It's not necessarily about rushing the next person into a connection so you can feel secure that whatever happened in the past won't happen again. Because that does not do that. It's more so about learning the lesson that your colleagues and coworkers are not your family, not these ones anyway, and that in the future, like we can't be foolish, and if they was playing around before or they got in your head before in some way, that's not changing. And so now realizing that, okay, your chosen family has to be someone else, maybe even just yourself. It's like this is where we're growing up and we're realizing that, some things are best kept close to the vest, and they're just for you. Like your relationship and the love you share is just for you. If you're one of those people, because you're Gemini, you want to talk. We have literally the Two of Cups and the Fool, right? And it's in the Three of Pentacles. It's like the people at work. So it's just like you're that type of person who goes into work and you're like, guess what just happened to me? This good stuff happened to me, and blah da da dee. And it's a little bit of a young childish energy. And so now you're having to graduate and realize, okay, business is business and pleasure is pleasure. Keep your relationship to yourself is what I'm really seeing here. And then just keep moving forward with whatever new connections, or if you want to begin connections, just don't have these people in your business. That's all I see. Queen of Wands. Who is this? Especially with this moon card. Yes, needing to get your confidence back. See, but even with this Two of Pentacles, it's usually like having a balance between work and play. And there's the Death card. It's like, no, don't shit where you eat. Like, work is and play is separate for you. For you, okay? Maybe not for somebody else, and they're, but for you, this is about if you want to start new seeds, start anew, and gain your confidence back while you're dating, you got to cut these people off. Two of Pentacles, Death. There's no balancing work and play with these people who you may have thought were, because it's almost just like these people are, what I'm seeing here is like you come off very, very young in my energy. Like, innocent is the word I'm looking for. You come off very innocent. And so you're not thinking, oh, these people will just, play around with my mind and think this is for play. But yes, because you're innocent, these people see you as like a little toy, like, oh my gosh, this person is so lost. Oh my gosh, this person is so clueless. While you're thinking, oh, these are my friends and, they're my buddies. But no, they're thinking, this person is so lost. This is about to be funny. Watch, they don't know what they're doing. That's what it is. And so you'll be better off keeping that fun, playful, innocent energy for your romance. Keep that for your romantic life. And just treat them like business. That's what they are. Yeah, I'm sensing it's like competition for them. Like, I don't know if y'all were all single or y'all are all single at this work or career, but like the prospect of you finding someone that you're passionate about, with Ace of Wands, a Page of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, and potentially the Hierophant in the future, the possibility of you being the married one in the group or going off and finding a long-term commitment that's good is competition for them. And because if some of them may not be having this, or if they have this, it's not good in their relationship. They may not let you know that. They may pretend their relationship is just fine. But clearly, if they're having to be in competition with you and sending pretty much spiritual warfare, okay, because now I'm into the different parts of the deck. And that's what it is. Like if you were letting them in your business and then they were playing around and just playing games with you, that's what that is, spiritual warfare. And it's because they're not happy in their own relationship. They don't feel like first place in their own relationships. So when you are having something new and fresh, they don't feel like they have something new and fresh. They're still staying in these connections that are not satisfactory for them for whatever reason. And so you having something that's new and fresh, these people could be married. Okay, these people could be married. And maybe that's why they don't feel like they can get something new and fresh, because it would take a whole lot to go through the process of divorce and all that kind of stuff. So they just stay there instead. But because you're so young, yeah, these could be people who are older than you. Because I'm seeing this here with this Hierophant card, and you have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles, and you're young. We got a Page of Wands here. So it's like you may be the Queen of Pentacles, where you're loyal and dedicated and good at your job and all that stuff. However, you're still the young head in some way anyway. And they just see you as naive, and they are unsatisfied with their own relationships. So they're just not the ones to share this with. They're not. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, they don't want you to get a new opportunity. Yeah, I see people at your workplace unhappy in their own relationships, so they would sabotage it. So I would just say, and throw daggers at it. Some of them may even like literally send energy work to you. We have a Moon card here. Okay, then it goes from six after the Moon. It goes from Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, to the Hangman, that is stopping. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, the Queen of Wands, witchiness, and Pentacles, planting seeds for what? And then it's like for your ish to be unbalanced and to stop. And they don't want to see you like this. They're in competition. They don't want to see you like that. Competition, and then sending ish. Okay, for dissatisfaction. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. They're trying to sow seeds of discord. This is why we had the Seven of Cups, and I even put it back in the deck. I mean, the Seven of Swords. The sneakiness card, I even put it back in the deck, and it still came out. Like Spirit said, no, you need to know. You got, these people are enemies, really. They're hidden enemies and they smile in your face. And you're thinking just because they're older and wiser. I had this happen to I'm going to give you this story time just so you can understand this energy. Okay? And I was young and this is when I was a waitress. Okay? I was a very good waitress. You see how you have the Queen of Pentacles here, you're nurturing and blah, blah, blah. But I was young. I was like one of the best waitresses and I was looking good. I'm not going to lie. That was in the early 20s. Child. Woo! But okay, so I was like doing my thing and I started dating someone brand new, okay? They were way older than me though. Like I was 21, they were like 35. But I had a friend at work who was like 36. And so I'm thinking, well, they're older than me, you know, I can talk to them. They could probably give me some motherly wisdom. And I'm like, okay, but it's new. We need to shh. And she immediately went and just told everybody immediately. And I was just like, I was shocked that she could be so messy because I'm like, I'm 21. I wouldn't do that. But she's 36. And I'm just thinking, well, she's older and wiser. But she was messy. She may have been older chronologically, but not when it comes to wisdom. Okay. Now when it comes to ethics. And she was a hater. Okay. She went and told everybody. And then everybody was gunning for us. Like, it was crazy. But I tell you that story time to let you know this that kind of energy that I'm seeing here, where you're just thinking because they're older or because they're married already that you can trust them and they will give you the game and help you out. No, they're not happy in their own lives. They're some jealous ass haters because they don't got no new fresh energy coming in for them. And so they're going to play around with you and just think it's funny when they do it. And that's disgusting. So you need to watch out for that. So if you were wondering, oh, should I keep this to myself? Yes, keep it to yourself. All right, let me get some oracle cards with this one. We're gonna go in with the Rachel Photon Fearless Oracle. I mean, it's called the Fearless Oracle by Rachel Photon. That's what this energy is right here. Haters. And you thinking that they're gonna be an older and wiser mother hen type mother figure? No. Hater aid. Oof, disgusting. I cannot stand that ish. When the older generation is trying to sabotage the younger generation out of pure nothing but jealousy and competition. It's disgusting, but that's what I'm seeing here. Your coworkers are not your friends. I don't give a damn if they come off more successful. We literally have a Hierophant here. But guess what's above them? A Page of Wands. They are spiritually bereft. Young as hell. Immature spiritually. How disgusting. But that's what I'm seeing here. And don't get it twisted. I mean, here, well, us readers, we be hating to have to pick up on spell work and witchcraft and stuff. But it is so prevalent. Like, people they'll find some stuff off of Google and just immediately go to lighting a candle and be like, let's see if this works. And try to just destroy your ish. Just for fun. So... And it's just like, even if they can't do that, even if they didn't have the power to do anything to affect any changes, are you going to trust these types of people? Because now you're giving them an in into your life. So now they can, especially if you're asking them for advice, they're going to give you effed up advice on purpose. If they would go so far as to light a candle and pray against you, look at this, gossip. Yeah. That's the whole message of this reading. Your coworkers are not your friends, so keep them out of your brand new relationship. Avoid what I did not avoid. I learned for the next time, though. Okay? I learned, though. God had me have that situation. See, remember I said, because this is the 9th house of higher learning. Spirit is teaching you about the trickery of coworkers. Right now, you're in the classroom with the trickery of coworkers and how they ain't your friends. Because I learned that lesson while I was a waitress. So when I got to the corporate job, I was ready. I wasn't telling nobody nothing. Okay? I ain't tell nobody nothing. And I damn sure wasn't asking for their advice at all. I didn't care how old they were or how married they were. I learned my lesson. So whatever you had happen in the past, that was Spirit teaching you. So that this next time, see, knowledge. See? So that this next time, you're going to know how to defend yourself and protect your energy and protect your relationship from these messy ass Haters. Just because they got a title, they your manager or something like that, and they married or whatever, don't make them not messy as hell. Okay? Because these immature people, they can attract high vibrational relationships. So of course their relationships are messy. See, socializing. This is your lesson right here. You're going to have less of that. Okay? Communicating, partying, hanging out, having fun, interacting with others, the public gatherings. All right? And for you, while you're doing all that, keep your mouth closed. Because you see, we got. Okay, so you're partying and socializing. Oh, that's that 9 of Cups. So we having fun. You going to need to be like just like this. When you're partying, you're going to keep your mouth shut. You ain't telling them nothing. You going to know because that's what they doing the whole time. See, they think they're going to get you inebriated. You're going to tell all your business and then they're going to get all in your head. No. What you're going to be doing is sipping slowly. You're going to baby that one drink. Maybe it's going to be a alcohol-free beer or something. Because we ain't, no. They ain't no friends. They not like us. This you need to be strategic. You ain't spilling no tea while you at these events. Okay? Because you don't have to socialize with your coworkers. Y'all gonna have your little parties and things like that and all that kind of stuff and team building exercises. And while all that's happening, you're not spilling any tea about nothing. See, patience. See, that's the temperance card. See, right next to the socializing. Temperance. Nope. We're going to be just like this, like Fort Knox, locked down, ain't giving no secrets, ain't telling them nothing. And what's it say? Also, it says not rushing, not stressing, self-control, waiting, suffering without complaint. And that just reminds me of this relationship that I was talking about with you. It's new. So it's like, don't try to rush anything. Let it happen naturally. You don't need to rush it into like a commitment out of fear that it's going to get sabotaged. Because, I mean, connections get sabotaged even when they're married and stuff. That won't do anything. So just allow it to unfold naturally. Work on your trust issues from this past situation. If you need to go on therapy and get healed for it, go on ahead and do that. We have truth. Now, remember when I see everything I'm saying is facts. That's number one. But remember when I was saying it looks like you're dealing with somebody who's upstanding. Okay, that came out right here. This new situation. It looks like an upstanding person. You just don't need to rush it into a commitment. Like let them come to let it all happen naturally. Honesty. Tell it how it is. Reality and facts. Correct. Secrets revealed. And look at this. You see how it's like facts, but it was fake? It's a fact that these mofos are fake. Spirit is saying this the honest to God truth. Honest to God, you see? And they pretending to be a hierophant. But you see, the truth over here, they got their hands on this different sides. Her hand is up over here. Her hand is up over here. This the truth right here. This person is a fake. They come off as, like I'm saying, this could be your higher ups or whatever. Oh, how are you? And you think, oh, they're my mentors. Because I'm saying, this is a higher energy, like you're coming off as the page and young and innocent, and they're coming off as queens and stuff working under this moon. Hater aid. Just Gemini, watch out. Just because someone is older than you or more titled than you does not make them more spiritually sound than you. Okay? Haters in the building. Don't trust these people just because they got a title. Just keep your coworkers out your business, period. Just be like, it's new. I'm not going to say. I don't kiss and tell. Now we have faith and belief. And you have faith in your ability to attract a healthy partnership. Faith over fear. Not doubting, having confidence. Remember I said you needed to work on your confidence because that other thing probably made you doubt yourself. Made you doubt your, discernment. Because it was able to be sabotaged. But the discernment that you need is to keep these messy ass people out your life. Don't tell them nothing. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even tell them I'm dating anyone. No, I'm just focused on work. Focus on work. I wouldn't tell them absolutely anything until maybe you got the ring. And even then, I don't know, but you're going to be wearing your ring. I'm just saying, nothing. These are not the people to talk about your relationship. Oh, who are you dating? Because I know how it is. Co-workers literally get to gossiping and talking and talking and talking. They come over to your cubicle. Oh, how are you today? So how so-and-so? How are your kids? Yeah, no. None of that. Oh, got a lot of work to do. No, everything's fine. Oh, who are you dating now? Nobody in particular. Nothing. See? Ritual. What I say about these mofos. They doing ish, man. They think that you're like the young fresh meat and they're going to play with you. That's what this is. These co-workers are not, no. No, no, no. Look at that. Look at that. See, but you got powers of your own. Angelic protection, okay? We got magical and angels over here, okay? So what I'm seeing is here, get up on your spiritual protections, okay? Cleanse yourself, do your spiritual baths, whatever it is that you do to cleanse yourself. We have ritual, then medicine, okay? And that makes me think of the healing. You do need to heal from the past situations, okay? Make it a point to go to therapy every once in a while, and or especially if you have trust issues, you need to do that for your next connection, and or read the books, okay? Because even in the books they have practice and stuff like that. You can work through it just like if you were in the office, okay? And then we have magical and angels, okay? So spirit is protecting you. This is spirit right here trying to protect you too, to give you this knowledge about this type of energy, these sneaky mofos, okay? This is how spirit is trying to protect you at this time. But also, y'all do have some type of spiritual power. So it's like, light your candles and do your prayers, okay? If you want to bring in a solid connection, that is, okay? Because we have the truth and faith and belief and patience. It's like, you know, do your prayers. Say your affirmations that you will get somebody who's trustworthy and stuff like that. Rather than going to your coworkers or higher ups and being like, do you think, you know, what does it mean when they do this? And do you think that they like me? No, those are not the people to ask for that. Go to a relationship coach. Okay, that is the message that I have for you. Protect your heart, protect your relationship. If you want something good and you want to go back out there, work on your trust issues and just continue to put out positive energy, positive affirmations, do your prayers. But the only authority you seek is that of a relationship coach or your higher power. Nobody at your job. These mofos are backstabbing ass witches. What? JoJo had a whole song called FAB. Fake ass bitches. Okay, that's what these are right here. Fake AF. So don't be having them. I will beat the dead horse and say it over and over again till you get it, because y'all must have really thought these people had your best interest at heart. Okay, with this moon and, you know, these could be your own mentor. They may be able to mentor you about some business, but they be trying to sabotage your relationship because they are immature inwardly. Okay, so that is the message that I have for you, Gemini. I hope that you enjoyed it and got something beneficial from it. Thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.